wait just 1 minute to see if any other competitors are going to join. I'm going to pull up the link to the first speaker's recording right now. Okay, welcome Benjamin and Maria. I am the judge for the round, Duval. I am sending the link to the first speaker's recording. Our first speaker is Anouk. I'm going to give everyone a moment to pull the link up on their browser, and we're going to try this. I'm going to, in a moment, count down from 5, and let's see if we can try and play the video at the same time so we can watch it at the same time. Then we'll leave my audio on. Okay. I will start Anouk's video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
When they decided to lock me in the psych ward, they didn't tell me it was for my own good.
Hey, we can't find Dr. Cyanic, so we're transferring you.
Against my will? They told me there were 2 options. Either I went voluntarily, or they would place a 72-hour hold on me. When they decided to lock me in the psych ward, they didn't tell me it was for my own good.
Hey, we can't find Dr. Cyanic, so we're transferring you.
Against my will? They told me there were 2 options. Either I went voluntarily, or they would place a 72-hour hold on me. There was some back and forth, but they were resolute. So I said, fine. If those were the 2 options, then I would go voluntarily. In the psych ward, there was no need to worry. This asylum was built to help you. And just like the metal straps on the stretcher that we rolled you in on, we are going to keep you safe and secure. Notice the locked doors and the cameras perched in the corners like hawks. We will be watching you.
Mom, my depression is a shapeshifter. One day, it is as small as a firefly in the palm of a bear. The next, it is the bear. Those days, I play dead until a bear leaves me alone. I call the bad days the dark days. Mom says, try singing.
Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes, little boxes, little boxes all the same. There's a pink one and a green one and a blue one and a yellow one, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky and they all look just the same. On May 2nd, 2007, the Food and Drug Administration made all antidepressants issue a black box warning, incorporating information about an increased risk of suicide among young adults aged 18 to 24. However, Dr. John M. Gorhal, founder of the medical publication Psych Central, asserts, Warnings are perceived to do more harm than good because they scare people away from involuntary treatments, which could be the reason why there's been a recent increase in both voluntary and involuntary stays in psych wards. Using the Poetry Meds by Cynthia Huntington, Explaining My Depression to My Mother by Sabrina Benham, and The Psych Ward Says by Anita D. The articles, What It's Like to Be Held in a Psych Ward Against Your Will by Nick Kepler, I've Been Detained in a Psych Ward 3 Times and It Never Helped by Esme Wei-Jun Wang, The Madman is Back in the Building by Zach Madoromau, all woven together with Malvina Reynolds' song, Little Boxes. The Black Box, a program of oral interpretation, exploring the psychological box of mental health through the lens of a psych ward.
Mom says, try counting sheep. Mom says, happy is the decision. Mom says,
why don't you go to actual parties? See your friends?
well, Mom, sure, I make plans, but I don't always want pills.
Pills dissolve like chalk in water. Grit on the bottom of the glass. Oh, I love my white pill. That makes the black pain of fists and clench, unspasming the nerves. I float, released to darkness visible, wilds dissolving, and the yellow pill, bitter on my tongue, that wakes me at 2 a.m. There were some staffers at the front desk, but the place itself was dead silent. At around 2:30 a.m., I went and did my intake interview.
Sweetie, are you suicidal?
Once again, no. When can I get out of here?
The doctors won't be able to see you until Tuesday. Monday is President's Day.
Seriously? They get President's Day off?
You have one thing working in your favor. Do you want to know what that is?
Sure. Go ahead.
Closer. An American insurance company. They're going to be calling us on Monday, asking why we're spending so much money on this.
Did I mention that the state only recognizes the existence of psychiatric patients Mondays through Fridays, meaning we still have time for a breakthrough or a breakdown? Whatever comes first. And I know you're upset, but don't walk away from me with tears streaming and knuckles and palm. That type of body language is aggressive, and we might need to do something about it. A sedative, perhaps. Diazepam, maybe. It's Friday morning, and you haven't even tried the meds yet.
Mom flat out asks me if I'm afraid of dying. No, Mom. I'm afraid of living. I think I learned that when Dad left, how to turn the lonely into anger and the anger into busy. So when I say I've been really busy lately, I mean I've been falling asleep watching SportsCenter on the couch to avoid confronting the empty side of my pain.
Pain in the brain. Another capsule invades the chemistry of thought, plugging holes in my brain. Sigmund Freud, Sigmund Freud, Sigmund Freud, Sigmund Freud.
This is an illusion. Mental confusion. See, if you kill pain, you become pain. Pain does not feel pain, no nerves in the brain. I don't know who I am without my medicine.
I'm no longer friends with the person who told me that his ATM card's PIN number was 5150, but when we were kin, I used to spend countless nights trying to convince him not to end his own life. On nights when it seemed particularly likely that he would kill himself, I would try to coax him into voluntary hospitalization. If he was in a hospital, so I'd reason, then at least someone would be keeping an eye on him. One night, during a particularly bad spell, I remember going and threatening to call the police. He just laughed and said he'd have the police shoot him for letting them take him to yet another psychiatric facility. He was tired of hospitals. He was tired of living, yet I never had to ask him why he was so against the idea of treatment. You know, maybe we both knew that deep down, I too feared being locked in a ward again. I don't want to think about it, because after my stay, I resorted to calling Mom in the middle of the night, every night, just so I could hear her voice. What I wanted to hear was, "This will never happen again." I wanted to hear that I would never again be restrained and injected with antipsychotics, that I would never have to smell that place again or taste that food, that I would never have to wonder if the orderlies would tackle the flailing patient before he really starts swinging. And that I would never have to fear the worst in a communal psych ward shower. No one, not even my mom, could tell me that. I knew the toll it was taking on her. I could feel her heart just breaking for me, but she couldn't tell me that it was okay. Because the truth was, she didn't know. All she could do was keep picking up that phone and singing. And the people in the boxes all went to the universities, and they were all put in boxes, and they came out just the same. And there's doctors, and there's lawyers, and there's business executives, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same.